If you have a goal, if you have a dream, if you have ambition to pursue a career in the military, then this video is for you. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Let me introduce myself. My name is Logan. This is Timeless Personal Growth and Development. And today I'll be shooting a video of why you should join the military, if joining the military is a goal, an ambition, a pursuit that you want to accomplish. So, I've joined the military when I was young, when I was about 21, 22. So I enrolled in 2008 here in Canada. And based on my experience, I would say this is the first step you need to take. Is if you're unsure if you want to join, if you're not sure what step to take, you want to, but you're not sure how to go about it, if you're a little apprehensive or nervous about it, I strongly recommend that you join part-time. So here in Canada we have the reservists, the Army Reserves, where we join part-time. So you're not signing any kind of full-time contract in the military. If you join full-time, you'll have to, you're signing a 3-year contract, going into training and going on deployment wherever they send you. When you join the reserves, it's not that kind of contract. You join and you're part-time. It's a volunteer basis. So if you want to go on deployment as a reservist, it's volunteer. You don't have to. When you're not on deployment as a reservist, you are in, depending on what your trade and your occupation is. If you're like I was, if you're in infantry, you do training. You do training 1 night a week and then 2 weekends a month, that kind of deal. You know, if you're unsure if you want to join, by joining the reserves, you get a little bit of taste of what the military is like. And try it for 6 months. If you like it and it's everything that you thought it would be, then join full time. Make it a career. But if you're unsure about it, join the reserves. Because if you get in full time and you sign that 3-year contract and you realize you don't like it, you're screwed. You're locked in for that 3 years. Going through training and going through deployment. So I'd recommend anybody, especially if you're a student. If you're a part-time student at the end of high school, or if you're just starting college, just starting university and you're looking for a part-time job, man, like Army Reservist as a student is, to me, absolute best part-time job you will have, for a number of reasons. As a student, you will get a guaranteed paycheck and cash bonuses. Educational benefits. The military will pay for a percentage of your educational costs, whether in university, college. Here in Canada, in Quebec, we have CEGEP. You'll have advanced specialty training based on what your trade is, based on what your occupation is. You'll have a 30-day annual paid vacation. You join the reservist. You'll be able to travel. You'll always have the option of joining full-time or part-time. Like I said, if you're a student, join part-time. You get tax-free room and board and allowances, health and dental care, and aside from all those benefits, you'll learn skills and do things and experience things that most people never get a chance to do. Never. And you'll be pushed and challenged to the point of extreme discomfort. But that's what you're signing up for. That's the military, right? And it's a great, if you're a man or you're a woman and you're looking for a part-time job and you're not sure where to go, maybe, get a part-time job at a camp, or like an after school or a daycare or a food court or bar, restaurant. My recommendation, if you're unsure of what to do as a part-time job, reservist. If the Army is something you'd be interested in and something that piques your interest, As a part-time student, you will never have a better part-time job. You have benefits. You'll have chances to go on a lot of crazy adventures, do a lot of fun stuff, and you'll meet a lot of good friends too. For me, from my experience, in the beginning, my time in the military was fun at first. It was fun. It was interesting. It was engaging. It was challenging. It was a new adventure for me. Over maybe after 2 years, I was having a hard time with it. I wasn't enjoying it. And it had nothing to do with actually the military itself. It was me. It was me taking ownership of my issues and my problems, and nothing to do with the military. It was me. I eventually had a bad attitude and a really sour taste in my mouth of the Army, and it was just my mindset at the time. It was just my attitude, my mindset was keeping me down from accomplishing a lot of things and progressing my career in the military, progressing my skills, and wanting to take new courses and advance my experience and take on a more leadership role, which I didn't. But at the time, who was I blaming? Yeah, of course I was blaming the Army. Now I look back on it, I'm a little bit older, I'm a little more wiser, a little more experienced, a little more mature, and I look back on it and nope, it had nothing to do with the military. Nothing to do. It was me and my problem alone. So, what I'm basically saying is if you're going into the Army, join the reserves. You join the reserves, make sure you're going in with the right attitude. You have to have the right mindset and the right attitude going in. You got to be able to learn to contribute to the team and add value to the team or your platoon or your section or your unit, whoever you decide to be with. It's not an individual experience. You need to work as a team. And that's one of the hallmarks of the military, is learning to function as a well-oiled machine and as a good functional team. If you go in there with more of an individualistic mindset, you may run into a lot of problems. You got to be able to You need to be able to put your ego aside from time to time, and be able to put your ego aside and learn to contribute. There may be a lot of difficult things, a lot of different situations you'll be in. Maybe people will give you a hard time. Maybe people will maybe chew you out in certain situations, but that's the military environment. That is the social culture that you'll be walking into. So you got to be prepared for that. And yeah, when I'm talking about preparation for the Army, you need to prepare. For one thing, when you're going through the selection process, number one, you need to physically prepare. Even if you train regularly, if you think you're physically fit, don't go in there with the attitude. Yeah, I got this, I'll be okay. No matter how physically fit that you think you are, train, prepare. You'll be tested medically, you'll be tested physically, you'll be tested through an aptitude test and an interview. When you're going into all the testing phases, always make sure that you're well prepared, because if you're not prepared, you have a better chance of failure. Make sure you're well rested before all the tests. Make sure that you're well equipped, that you prepared as much as possible. And always focus on the task at hand. So if you're going into a testing phase, physical, medical, whatever it is, and you're thinking about other problems that's going on in your life, other issues that you have, compartmentalize your brain and your mind, because no matter what you're doing in the military, your head needs to be in that 100%. If you're training and you're on the shooting range and you're training how to use your rifle, your mind cannot be distracted by the other things that are going on in your life. Whether it's family problems, whether relationship, money, school, whatever it is, you need to be present and you need to be engaged in the present moment of what's happening then and now. If you're thinking about other things, instructors and your superiors and up your chain of command, they're all going to see that. They're all going to pick up on that. And you need to be willing to, as well, you need to be willing to take initiative. Step up and take a leadership role. If you see something that needs to be done and no one's stepping up, be the first one to step up. And that's one of the big qualities that they look for in the military, is you step up and take initiative over situations. Because that's the hallmark of being a leader and leadership qualities, because they're always looking for those leadership qualities. So if you're someone that has trouble stepping up and taking initiative, or maybe a little reserved or calm and quiet, you got to find ways to push through that. Because I guarantee you, if you're someone that volunteers for stuff for the Army and for stuff that steps up, and you look at your superiors and like, yeah, hey, I'm willing to do this, yeah, I'm willing to help out on this date, yes, I'm willing to go here, I'm willing to go there, you automatically become an asset to your platoon and to your unit. And your superiors are going to be able to look at you and say, hey, that guy's got his shit together. Man, that guy is really pushing hard. He's really stepping up. And, hey, maybe we can offer him this position, this leadership role. Maybe we can put him in this position and give him these responsibilities. And maybe, hey, he looks capable of handling a leadership role in this situation, so put him here with these guys. Let him lead and see what he can do. As for me, like at the time when I was joining years ago, I wasn't that kind of person. Where I would just sit, I would do the bare minimum, and when someone asked me to do something, I would do it, but there would be no initiative. I didn't step up. And that was a big problem, and why my lack of success in the military occurred was because of that lack of initiative, the lack of leadership. In the Army, they're looking for that. Don't sit around and wait to be told what to do. If you see something that needs to be done and no one's doing it, go do it. Don't be afraid to step up and lead and express your opinion. Doing it in a respectful way up your chain of command, but do it properly and respectfully, and with a tactical approach with your superiors. Because you're always going to maintain that respect level with your superiors, but if they see you maintain respect level and taking initiative and stepping up and taking that leadership role, they're going to look at that. And that's when you're going to be able to get more praise and more trust amongst your superiors. So I'll end this video on that note. And like I said, the biggest takeaway from my experience was to always make sure that you're there, you want to be there. Make sure that you want to be there. Because in the Army, man, if you don't want to be there, if you don't want to contribute, if you don't have a passion for that, if you want to be able to go there and step up every single time, they're going to notice that. And you will be weeded out and you'll be pushed out. Make sure you want to be there. And by making sure you want to be there, join part-time. So you get a good taste of what the military is about. You get a good taste. If you like it, cool. Then join the Reg Force. Join full-time. You get a taste for it. And as a part-time student, you will never have a better job than that. Great pay for a part-time student. You'll be able to have great benefits for your education. You'll be able to experience things that most people don't get to experience. Skills that most people don't get. Skills they don't get to learn. And be wonderful character building experience on top of that could lead to a great career. And like I said, on that note, thanks for watching, guys. I'll end the video there. If you like this video, comment, like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Logan Ryder, Timeless Personal Growth and Development. And I think I'll do Maybe eventually I'll do another video about joining the military. And I will see you all in another life. Have a great day.